A first down carry by Elliott. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. On second down, Elliott. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up. Movement there on the offensive line, a little quick, and a 5-yard penalty. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
After the false start, sets up a 3rd and 9. Throwing his line. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. They start with a give to counter. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
23 yards on the play. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that? Who
are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here.
Set. 180.
from the gun. Here's Newton. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they've got it in the red zone now and down at about the 19. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working. I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. And he's got a moonwalk. That'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another 1st down on the pickup of 5 yards. Sensational he was last week, over 200 yards. And the simple quote that we saw this week was, keep him in front of us. They're going to have to do that.
And when they say that, it means tackling him after the catch. Because once he makes the catch, you may catch it in front. But if you don't tackle him, he's behind you at that point, and that's how he racks up the big yardage.
Newton will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. They run with Connor. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
And while there was no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window, and they've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Newton takes it himself, and they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. They'll try to run it. This is Connor. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it?
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
They'll try the air now with Newton. And that is incomplete. The veteran Stephon Gilmore able to break that one up.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
This Eagle defense, they won't give in without a fight. This is 3rd and goal. Newton now to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Devin Funches, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants have got it back to a 1-score game. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
Luck on first down. Drops it underneath to Elliott. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll be second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Here's the now 30-year-old running back, LaShawn McCoy, and he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this timeout. On first down, it's Love. And his throw here is incomplete. J.J. Nelson, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Love. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Elliott. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
As far as I'm concerned, Andrew Luck can do it all. I mean, he's an underrated runner. Toughness in the pocket, strong and stout. But let's face it, the money, that comes from his arm.
And smart, valedictorian of his high school class in Houston. Then he goes to Stanford. He's got it all. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a third down. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. A shotgun snap for Luck. Forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Luck showing he can be dangerous when he tucks it and runs. He's able to pick up the first down. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. They'll try the air now with Luck. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Danny Trevathan. Tough to handle on that blitz. He gets him for a loss of 5. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Just beating the play clock is Luck. Dancing to his left. He may try and run. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. That's going to set them back 5 yards. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. A final shot before the break. Newton. Throw left side complete. That's Connor. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, leading this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. Returning it, John Ross. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Second half starts with a carry by Elliott. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. On the stop was Aaron Donald.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Carry now for Elliott. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Just a couple on the ground there. That's going to bring up third and about 6.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Throwing on third down, Luck. And this is going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his third or his fourth read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll make it second down. Here's Newton. Rolling to his left. Pass incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
Set. 180.
Throwing on third down, Newton. Buying time to his left. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for New York. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Now a fair catch is called for and taken a few yards across midfield. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10.
Line, 622. Line, 622.
They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Again, it's Elliott, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But it made it happen. They put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
The Eagles on 3rd down.